What's good, YouTube? This is your boy D Payne, and I'm back with another banger, man. Today was a great day in the market. Today we caught SPX back to the upside. I'm gonna show you what I was looking at when I called this play in my group. This is the counter that I was looking at to catch this move back to the upside. So we had a fail two down on the hour, which is this counter right here. Boom. So this is the indicator that I use called the Strat Assistant. And if you turn it off, this is a regular candlestick. So we started off the first 2 hours very bearish. And then we just caught a bottom right here and we pushed all the way back to the upside. So what I was waiting on, I was waiting for this candle to close on an hour. This is what we call a fail two down in the strat world, right? So if you know the strat, if you know, you know. This was a fail two down. I was waiting for the break of this candle right here back to the upside. We entered right here at the top of this, and I'll make that green. Pretty much when this line broke back above this to the upside, I'm gonna go down to a smaller time frame and let you see what I was seeing. All right, so we got the green line right here, right? Okay, so you got this pushing up, and we definitely, I mean, we caught a nice little bounce at the bottom. So sold off, sold off, sold off. And as you can see right here too, this is another way you can tell if the trend is about to break out to the upside. So you got, you know, resistance. So you got resistance back into this line, and then boom, we broke out, right? Let me delete that, and then check the 10-minute. All right, this is another reason why we started to be bullish, because on the 10-minute time frame, we had a fail two down right here, and I know I love my fail twos. So you could have entered down here if you wanted to on the play. I'll put that one white, and then you could have put your stop loss either, you know, up here where the hammer is, or you could have just said, I'm gonna do my stop loss all the way at the bottom. And you could have entered right here and caught a nice move up too as well. But let's go ahead and delete this and get back to the actual entry that we had. So we entered right here. And the reason why we did that is because I'm gonna bring in this VWAP. Boom. Let's go back to the 5-minute. All right, as you can see, we got above here, and I entered calls right here, like right in this area. It pulled back just a little bit, and then we bounced up. So this candle right here was a fail two up on the 10-minute, well, on the 5-minute, I'm sorry. And then we came right back with a break and retest above this. The reason why I was so bullish is because the VWAP is like one of the biggest reasons why I like to use it. So when we break above it, that lets me know price is shifting back to the other opposite direction. So if it's going down and they lose support, then you know the bears is taking over. If it gets back above the VWAP, then we know the bears are, the bulls, I'm sorry, the bulls are taking back over. So we broke above, retest, and bull flagged up out of there. And then we did it twice. I actually got out right here. I got out right here on this candle. Hold on, let's go back. I got out right here. I got out right here on this candle. Right there. Got out right there. Right there, that fell two up on that 5-minute. And I got 200% on this trade right here. And another thing that I was looking at, our entry was right here, you know, right in this area. The reason why I was comfortable taking it because we reclaimed the VWAP. And I'll bring in the other EMAs as well. So once we got back above the 9, and another thing I like to look at, anytime you get a push off the 9 EMA and it's pushing back through the upside of the VWAP. So just think, look, this 9 EMA was below the VWAP, right? And so what I like to look for whenever the market is shifting, I like to see the 9 go right back through the VWAP back to the upside, in which it curled all the way down and then came all the way back up. You see that? So that's why we use EMAs for like extra indication. So we got above the 9, we were above the 20, and then the 20 EMA followed the 9 EMA. Because you can see the green line right here is my 9, the red line is my 20, and they curled up and got right back above the VWAP. That's a strong bullish indication that, hey, the market sentiment is flipping back to the upside. There was a fill to on a 1 hour that we were looking at to take this trade back to the upside. So, but if you wanted to, you could have caught it at an even lower price. I mean, those contracts, I got in up here, I got in right here, but if we would have caught this one from down here back up there, like the percentages would have been nuts. But I want to show you something. I want to show you why I got in on this filter down on the hour. Notice we have this one, right? Let's turn out this EMAs so y'all can see this clearly. Okay. So you have this as the filter down right here, and then you have the same thing right here. Notice they both did the same thing. So once they broke above this level right here, right there, once they broke above it, they held support, took off. Look at that, took off. Fell two down right here, took off. Broke above it, came back down, got back above it, out of there, out of there. So who's to say that this move won't continue to do the same thing? And look at this support. This is now a line of support right here. This is support now. Support, support. They bouncing off of this. So you know the next time they come back down here, if they break this, you know, okay, they can do something like this. They can break this, come back and show us resistance, or they can come back and bounce off of this again, do a triple bottom, and then go back higher. They could do this again and then bounce and get up out of there. So these are just possible moves. Nothing is guaranteed in the market. But I tell you what, this is getting very interesting because now what I'm looking at is just connecting this right here. And it looked like we're starting to do it like another breakout. So this is just what I'm seeing. And the reason why I'm bullish is because guess what? When I check this on a daily time frame, we got a fell two down. Look at this. Fell two down right here on the daily. So for the time being, this could take out this high and maybe even all-time highs, depending on, you know, how bullish they want to be. Because we had a fill two right here on the daily. Once we broke above that line right here, let's delete this. Once we broke above this line, bullish. Fell two down. And now we have another fell two down. You could have entered right here, pulled back a little bit, never took out the low. Never took out that low. Bounce went up for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days before we started to reverse back down. So this is what we're looking like on SPX. But it's kind of looking like it wants to go back even higher. So you got, let's see, a higher high right here, then a higher low, then a higher low. But, you know, this can be another area to where they setting up to even like hit this line again and then fall or to break out. But it's kind of giving like you want to go get all-time highs again. That's just how it feels. But every time you see a filter down on the day, it's one right here, filter down right here, ran up, filter down, ran up. Well, this filter down, run up again. Now on this filter down, they faked us out nasty. They never triggered the upside. So this is the thing. They have to trigger the top of this candle, and they never did. They actually gapped it down and sold it off. They sold it off for 1, 2, 3, 4 days before we caught that bounce again and came back up into resistance and then sold off. Now we're back into resistance. So this is an area to where they keeping the market tamed in this downtrend, or are they going to break it back out to the upside? So, but nothing is 100%, right? So this one, it didn't work. They invalidated that and then they sold off. But this fell too down. That one worked. Well, this fell too down worked. That's question mark right here. This fell too down right here. That one worked. You had two back-to-back fell too downs right here at the bottom. That worked. Fell too down right here. That worked. They never took out the lows. So if you bought some time on it, you know, you could have held this and look at that move to the upside. Anyways, today, this candle right here was the reason why we made 200% on SPX back to the upside. Just this whole little move up, this little bar was 200% on the hour. And now we got a filter down on the daily. They were looking for to possibly go back to the upside and attempt to go back to this area, take out these highs or this highs or break out. So we'll see. I think the market can get to 7,500 tomorrow. Right now, that's about $18 away. I think that's very possible if they break to the upside. So my entry would be right here. And literally, that would be the entry. And then the price target, that would be the next high right here, the daily price target. And then this would be the next price target as well. And the next high, the next high, the next high. So, but if they decide to get really bullish tomorrow, they can go from 74.87 to 75.36. So this will be a nice move. They can just come and take out this high. So if you get like 7,500 calls, this can be really good if you get all the way to 75.36. But, you know, do your own due diligence, do your own research, and, you know, back test these things. And, yeah, try to see these patterns over and over. That's what I try to do. I try to see these patterns as much as I can. But other than that, this is why we caught this trade on SPX from the 1 hour. We had a fell two down. I love fell twos. Those are my favorite candles. And I try my best to stay patient and just wait on those candles. And I do it on all different time frames. It works. It's not 100%, but, you know, it has a great hit rate. Other than that, man, hope y'all enjoyed the video. This is your boy Payne the Barber, and I'm out.